If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Headlines developing this morning in Upper Kirby. 2 men are in the hospital after they were shot inside a popular restaurant.
Yeah, Jade Fleury is live at Confessions with how this all started. Jade, what do you know so far?
Well, Denise, Melissa, the shooting is drawing a lot of attention online, with many people identifying one of the 2 men shot as NBA Ben 10, an affiliate of rapper NBA YoungBoy. And Houston police say that the gunman on the run was actually being robbed for his chains and assaulted when he shot up the restaurant before taking off. But right now it's unclear if the 2 men who were shot were involved in that attempted robbery or just caught in the crossfire. All of this happened around 11:30 Wednesday night at Confessions restaurant on Kirby Drive near Richmond. When police arrived, they found 2 men in their 20s with multiple gunshot wounds. One man hit several times in the torso and the other shot in the arms and legs. Investigators say that it started as an attempted robbery over jewelry, with several people confronting a man trying to snatch his chains. That fight escalated quickly, with multiple people jumping in, knocking the man to the ground and beating him up. Police say that's when the man pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not.
Now, Houston police say that there were about 20 to 30 people inside of the restaurant at the time of the shooting. They also say that the restaurant's owners and staff, they're cooperating with police in the investigation, and police are also going through surveillance video to piece together what exactly happened, but they're asking anybody with information on this incident to call HPD. Reporting from Upper Kirby, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.
My nigga Ben 10, since he wanted to play when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down and point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, then the nigga done spanked you. Then you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there y'all go. BN10 challenge, man. Hey, the best BN10 challenge, man. Fuck it. $20,000 BN10 challenge. Best BN10 challenge, man, that go viral. Fuck with me. Let's get it what?
Cold-blooded demonstration. This man right here is going on a trolling spree. You see? He's talking real bad about Ben 10. He's talking real bad about Ron, right? And it's all fun and games right now. You know what I mean? Like, he done got away with an attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and all this type of stuff because he was attacked, right? And then we talking about Houston. We talking about Texas. You see what I'm saying? They got stand your ground. You ain't got to flee or none of that type of stuff. Somebody trying to harm you and they got a gun and you happen to get the gun from them and shoot them. Hey, look, hey, it's all fair down there in Texas. You see what I'm saying? So now he's back, Allstar Jr., he's back in Detroit and he's clowning these boys. I'm talking about, man, doing them real bad. And the cold-blooded part about all this is that Ben 10 is still in the hospital. He's still in the hospital. So that tells us right there that, look, it ain't no minor flesh wounds. It ain't no, I'm going to be good. And he's in there hurting. Something's going on. And not only that, though, Ben 10 ain't posted nothing on his social media sites at all. And he was one of those type of tough guys that, you know, if something happened to him, you know, he was one of them tough guys that'd get online and say, yeah, man, it wasn't nothing but a flesh wound. Yeah, it went in and went out. You did this, you did that. But, you know, we on your ass next time you come to Houston or when you come to Baton Rouge or if I ever see you again. Ain't none of that happening. None of that. The only thing that's really the only voice for Ben 10 right now is the internet, is the bloggers. His mama, you know, she coming out, you know, praying and saying that, hey, you know, God cover my son and things like that. It's not looking good for Ben 10. Dead End Ron, he ain't even saying nothing. He hasn't came out and said nothing after everything that done happened. But Allstar Jr., he having a field day. I'm talking about this boy right here is doing some of his best trolling ever. Now, I need y'all to understand something. Even though Allstar wasn't wrong for defending himself, you know, because a lot of people, they get it mixed up and they really believe like, I am for the peace, I am for the justice, but at the same time, we got to understand something. I ain't for no bullshit though. You see, I ain't for that. I'm not one of them turn the cheek type of brothers. You know what I'm Old Testament with my demonstration. I'm eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm way back there with it. I ain't made it to the, you know, my walk ain't that far along right there to be, if somebody hit me, to be turning my cheek and let them hit the other one and then, oh no, I'm not that far along in my walk. You see, but he did what he was supposed to have did. Somebody beating on you, multiple people beating on you, they got guns, you don't know if your life in the end, you want to go home. You see, now according to reports, they saying that he ain't even have a gun on him. They saying that the gun that he got was Ben 10 gun. That somehow his gun fell in the melee while they fighting and everything. Ben 10 guns fall, he grabs it and starts shooting everybody that was putting hands on him. Cold-blooded demonstration. I mean, it don't get no worse than that. I can only imagine that gun falling on the ground or him taking the gun and everybody around him seeing the person that they were just beating up with the gun. I know they was like, damn, but it's too late. Y'all too close. And he just got to letting that thing go. Now, I don't agree with the trolling. And the reason why is because that right there is distasteful. And not only that though, I mean, like if you trolling people, you know, that angers people. You see, NBA YoungBoy and all the other NBA peoples and stuff like that, you know, that kind of angers people, right? Now, usually, right, in situations like this, if he just would have not trolled and just been quiet and just been like, hey man, you know, people probably would have gave him some type of grace. They would have said, hey man, look, y'all was trying to rob the man. Y'all was trying to take his chain. He shot y'all. What do y'all expect him to do? He did what any man would do. And not only that, he took y'all gun to do it. You know, people give you a grace period and say, hey man, you know, he's a stand-up guy. He did what he was supposed to do. But when you get to trolling, you get to making dances and you know, saying that the man is a vegetable and pull the plug on the man. The man ain't gonna be walking no more and all this old type of stuff. When you get to doing all that, now you tapping into something that's different. Because they are already hurt that Ben 10 is in the hospital. I'm talking about, according to the reports, clinging to life. I'm talking about like he's fighting for his life right now, right? So people are already hurt and mentally disturbed behind that. Now they got the person that shot him and put him in that position making fun of him. That's not good. That's not a good look. Okay, you popped him, you shot his homeboy, you got up out of there with your life. Hey, live your life, right? Continue doing what you was doing. But all the trolling and all that right there just put gasoline on the fire. You see, now he got a whole new op for real. Now, some people might say, hey man, he had an op hood when he shot them. It don't work like that all the time, y'all. I'm from the hood. I gotta be real with you. Sometimes in the hood, sometimes, listen to my wording. Sometimes when you got people in your neighborhood that do something dumb, you know, to somebody that ain't even bothering them, and they get shot or they whatever happens to them, it's like, man, like, why was he doing that? You see? So now we got to go to war with Detroit because of you was doing something dumb. You know, people think like that in the hood. You know, people think like, nah, man, y'all shouldn't have been doing that, man. Now look, y'all got what y'all deserve. We ain't finna go mess with them people over there because of y'all acting silly. You see? So now here it is. Allstar Jr. I'm talking about clowning them. And so I think that grace period right there is out the window now. Because now, being that he is a rapper and he gets booked to go do shows and stuff like that, now he need extra security. Yeah, because now you got to worry about these guys wanting to shoot you and kill you because of what you did to their homies. You see what I'm saying? Not only that though, I mean, Allstar Jr. is a rapper. Now people probably don't even want to book him. Now people probably don't even want to do business with him to give him no money because of the clowning, because of the trolling and all that old type of stuff. You see, yeah, he gonna get the internet fame right now. He gonna get the internet clout right now. But we talking about the longevity. You see, we talking about down the road. What's gonna happen down that road? When all this trolling and all this stuff is over with, who gonna wanna book him? Let's be 100. We talking about money here. Who gonna wanna book him? When they got to worry about, now let me say this, I gotta be 100 with y'all. Anybody that know about them boys down there in Louisiana, I'm talking about from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. If you know anything about them boys down there in Louis, they something different. When it come to this gangster, when it come to this gunplay, they something different. I'm telling you, they don't play. They something different down there. You see? So now he got to worry about all that. They head honcho, NBA YoungBoy, he's a fool. He's a fool. So now you got a multi-millionaire head honcho, NBA YoungBoy, who's going through it because this is his best friend. They was this high. You see what I'm saying? When they came up. Being 10 and what's the other boy name? OG3. Look, they from the hood for real. They came up from nothing. They really plugged in with NBA YoungBoy. So he's offended by this. You gotta believe that NBA YoungBoy is offended by this. You gotta believe that NBA YoungBoy is hurt by this. And by him being the fool that he is and then believing in this backward street life, he got the money. Yeah, he got the money to send them boys, just like Lil Durk did. He got that kind of money. Hey, and not only that, he learned from Lil Durk. He looking at Lil Durk's situation probably like, nah, I can't do it like that. I want my lick back. I want our get back. Yeah, you done shot our homie up. Our homie damn near dead. You see what I'm saying? So no, we got to get our lick back. Why? Because they got to keep up with the reputation. They can't allow Allstar Jr. to diminish their reputation of being this big badass gang, slime and NBA and all that old type of stuff. They can't let somebody diminish their reputation. So now it's on. And this is what happens with this type of stuff. We have these guys, they get into these situations and they can't just keep their mouth closed, and then they just start bragging and making fun about people and stuff like that. That ain't cool right there. I can't agree with that. Yeah, you took care of your business. I honor that. Stand on your business, brother. You supposed to. They trying to whoop you and, they trying to, almost kill you. They got guns and stuff like that. I give you that. But all the trolling, to my a dance challenge and You know, pull the plug, the man of, you doing too much. You messing up your future rap career now. Because look, we got NBA YoungBoy. He's a major player in the game. He can cut that ward off. Nah, don't mess with him. What they call it? Blackball? No, don't mess with Allstar. No, that's my op. You see? Or he can book your show. Hey, yeah, tell him to come over here. We gonna give him $50,000 to come to the show over here. Y'all laying wait on him. You see? Yeah, we gonna provide his security for him and everything. We got him. You see, like all that type of stuff. Like, I can't agree with it, y'all. You know, I just can't. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. To the brother Allstar, listen, man. Be happy that you got your life right now. You know, be happy that you are up. I'm talking about vertical and not horizontal, that you ain't on your back. Because it easily could have went that way. You see what I'm saying? Them boys had guns. You see? And they was on your ass. Look, they could have did that to you. You see? Be happy about that. Be happy that they didn't do that to you. Be happy that you back in your city, you around your kids, you around your loved ones, you still can make some money. Be happy about that. Don't bring no more problems to yourself. Don't bring no more problems to yourself, man. Just be happy that you got away with what you got away with. You see, and it was justified, right? According to the law and according to the street rules. It was justified. But you bringing on some unneeded and unwanted heat. That's what you bringing to yourself. That's what you don't need right now. Man, you should have took care of your business, stood on your business, let us talk about it, and you just sit back and kicking and just say, hey man, I'm famous now. Hey, who want to post me? Who want to, do an interview with me? Where can I get some money from? Let me set up like 10 interviews worth $15,000 a piece and get that money like that. Or $5,000, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Let me drop a new record right now. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about that, but just talking about the struggles of life and how things happen or whatever. Talk about it in a way, where it ain't disrespectful and get your money. But I think you might have destroyed all that. I think you might have blew that opportunity. All because you want some damn clout right now. All because you want some fame. And you not thinking about the long road. Because you got to understand something. By you being a rapper, you got to go places. People know who you are. And when you doing these type of shows and all this old type of stuff, you got people that hate you now, that want to kill you now because of what you did down there in Houston. But maybe you don't see it that way. Maybe you just see it like, hey, I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If they kill me, they kill me. I don't care. But if you thinking like that, you being selfish. Because there's a lot of people that are depending on you. And I'm talking about your children. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.